Hello everyone, my name is Daria, welcome back to my channel. And you guys, I am back on familiar and sacred ground. I'm back home in my room amongst a shrine to all of my best fandoms and ships, and life is good. There's been a few personal life updates since I last saw you guys, most importantly being that I graduated from university. I am now the proud owner of a bachelor's degree in English literature from the University of California, Berkeley. I graduated with highest distinction from the honors English program, and I'm saying all that because I am damn proud of myself. It took a long time to get here, and I'm doing my best to follow my therapist's advice and celebrate my own accomplishments. So this is me doing that. I am feeling good, life is good, and life is about to get a little bit sweeter, because I am back to watch Queen Charlotte. I'm excited to get to these next two episodes because everybody has been telling me that they are intense. This is when the story really gets started and really hits the ground running. I've heard really, how do I say, good things, things that are potentially steamy that are gonna happen in these next two episodes, but I've heard a lot of, intense, sad things are going to happen, and I'm very nervous about it. I'm very, very nervous. But without any further ado, and unfortunately, sans my precious fan, I don't have it. I left it at my apartment in Berkeley, so instead I'll be using this Grishaverse Lee Bardugo notebook to fan myself. I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. But without any further ado, let's jump into episode 3.
I do not care what Mother says.
Oh my god! Baby Violet! Oh, I forgot about her!
Yesterday, Mother was going on and on to all the ladies at tea that their love means we now live in an unnatural society.
Do not repeat what your mother said.
Sounds like Mommy's a racist.
I know they have money, but money does not make them us.
Daddy, the king gave them titles, did he not?
Yes, Beauty.
And land?
Yes, Prince. Why do you ask?
Well,
Oh no! He calls her Beauty and Brains? That is so cute! Okay, I know I've only seen this family for a full minute. That's not much. But I feel like she's a daddy's girl. And I don't know who that woman was, her governess or her, maid, but I feel like she likes her more than her mom. And I like her more than her mom.
Dearests, can you marry a dollhouse? Can you embroider me an heir? Then shush.
Mother.
Yes, I know. You are old. Your wombs are likely dry and useless. Spinsters, I shall leave you be.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't know how other people feel about this, but it's something that's kind of bugging me a bit, which is I feel like there is such a dramatic change between Charlotte as she was when she was younger and just became queen and Charlotte now. And in some ways you can say that it's been decades. You know, she's had all these kids, she's lived with George for this long, she's been queen for this long, attitudes change, personalities change, the way that she presents herself changes, of course. But this conversation, she's perpetuating the same misogyny that George's mother put on her. Oh, your job is to have babies. I'd like to see those moments of softness, because I think we definitely saw them in season 1 and definitely in season 2. The talks that she had with Edwina about true love. I'd like to see moments like that in this show, especially between her and her children, and her girls in particular.
Tell her you would like to host the first ball of the season. Gain her support.
So, the first ball of the season. Now here, I will address the topic with her.
Good.
Okay, I have to say something. In between the time that I've watched the first 2 episodes and now, I looked at the cast list for Queen Charlotte and I saw the guy who plays her husband, and that is a very good-looking man. And why did they make him look like that? If you wanted to play up this idea that he is much older than her and it's a creepy age gap, you definitely could have done that, just keeping the actor as he is, maybe adding some wrinkles maybe. You didn't have to do all of that with the makeup and the hair, and I think they gave him gums instead of teeth. And it's not really my place to render judgment. I'm not the final say or the authoritative voice on this issue, but it just rubs me the wrong way that they've made him look like this, and that he's the darkest skinned man in the show, and I think that we've seen in the Bridgerton verse thus far, besides, I think, Simon's father. And they're playing him off as this, like, dumb, brutish rapist. I highly suggest that, you know, if you haven't already, to watch Khadijah's video on Bridgerton, the first season, and colorism. I know we're, like, way past the first season, but I think it still rings true now, seeing Lord Danbury's portrayal.
We shall survive this, as long as you remain steadfast on
Becoming with child. I am steadfast. It is all I do. All we do. Try to fill my womb with a baby.
Girl, what? Huh?
It is an even day, obviously.
Well, we do not need to adhere to every even day.
We do not.
We did agree to even days.
We did.
The sooner you are with child, the sooner we can cease this
So
performance.
they only have sex on even, what are even days? Okay. So they just do this every, oh, I saw that look. I'm sure it's not as painful and nightmarish as you claim. What the fuck? Ooh.
Shall I leave?
Yes, leave.
No. Don't lie. Don't do this to me. Oh my god, it's a scene in the trailer where, like, in front of everybody, they start...
It is an even day.
It is.
Like, you guys need the... They're just looking for an excuse. They're looking for an excuse. Oh. Everyone in that room deserves a raise.
It's an even day.
I'm tired of this. You guys want to. You want to. Do it on even and odd days. Do it on all days. Who cares?
Just get in.
Sir? In his dirty bathwater? You voluntarily got into that tub. Well, he is sitting in his own filth. And you know back then, they did not shower, they did not brush their teeth, they were disgusting. In all that grime and all that dirt and all those germs, and you willingly got in there. You willingly jumped in there. And you wanna lie to me, look in my face and tell me that, oh, I hate him. He's the worst. I can't believe it. It's an even day. Oh. Don't lie to me. Don't lie.
A baby seals a great experiment. It cannot fail. Perhaps a ball would help with the great experiment. I know you would like our teas to continue. It would be difficult for you to hear about the Queen being with child long after the fact. Would it not?
I love her.
Coral, we shall need to make preparations. Mom, I have decided we are going to host the first ball of the season.
Oh.
The tradition begins.
Princess Augusta gave her approval. No, she has not yet decided, which is why I shall need to send her invitations before she does.
You know what I just realized, like, watching Lady Danbury, like, weave her way through all these social situations, like, subtly letting Princess Augusta know, like, the power that she has, like, I could stop talking to you if I wanted to, sending out the invitations ahead of time, like, it reminds me so much of season 2, where she was, like, doing everything she could to deal with the fallout of the Kate Anthony Edwina situation. Like, this is where it started! Her masterminding!
Is my husband's birthday today? Would have been. I gave him childish birthdays, and they made him so happy. I constructed these, elaborate, wonderful hats, and he would wear them the entire day. I don't know. It reminds me that there are no hats to make.
You are most fortunate.
Fortunate?
You are most fortunate.
We need to explain more, because she's gonna think you need— No, don't leave! Okay, several things to say. First of all, I love how we are always in every season, and now even in the spin-off, given reminders of, like, just how pivotal and important Edmund was to this family, to everyone in this family, to Violet and Anthony in particular. And that just makes me so disappointed that we're not getting to see her romance with Edmund. I was so sure that we were gonna get that, but Violet's just too young. I think she's like, what, like 12 or something? Now, moving on to the messiness. Because Lady Danbury, you should have expanded and explained. Because that sounded awful. Like, knowing Lady Danbury and her husband, like, obviously we as the audience know that she means, like, you are most fortunate to grieve your husband. Like, yes, you lost him, but you loved him and he loved you, and it was a good, beautiful, equal marriage, and Lady Danbury didn't have that. So when she says you're fortunate, she means that you're fortunate to have had that in the first place, and you're fortunate to be able to mourn something like that. Like, she's not mourning her husband. But of course, because it was an emotional moment and we knew drama in the show and Lady Danbury was obviously overcome, I saw she had tears in her eyes, she didn't explain. So I'm pretty sure that these two are gonna end up fighting. Not the pillowy white shirt. I can't be doing with pillowy white shirts on Regency romance men.
How do you spend your days?
Farming?
So King George's Farmer George.
Yes. Farmer George. I am.
No.
I shall leave you.
No, you guys obviously love each other. It's just so dumb. You guys are being dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. It's giving me like Kate and Anthony flashbacks so bad. Like, they're not nearly as dumb, but it's getting there. Are they gonna hold hands? Oh, this is that moment from the trailer. I'm seeing so many moments from the trailer. Oh. No! What the hell? Oh, good. Put it back. Hold hands, damn it. Touch your finger. No! Hand touches! No, they're so Canthony coded with that. They're so Canthony coded! I'm sick of this, like, even day bullshit. Stay. Tell her to stay.
Right. Shall see you again the day after tomorrow.
You live for the happiness and the misery of a great nation. That must be exhausting and lonely.
In the garden, I'm a regular man.
Farmer George.
Do not feel sorry for me. I do not know anything else.
Farmer George. Why did I try to say it with a British accent?
You are a person to me.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
This is the social event of the season. Well done, Lady Danbury. I like you. Let's be friends. Lord Danbury.
Cute! I like this dude. Like, I like her dad a lot. Oh! She looks too good. Too good. The dress! The beads in the hair, the cascading, the feathers. Yes. Okay, why isn't anybody joining?
Excuse me, my darling.
He is not about to do
Lord
this.
Danbury, may I have a dance with your wife?
You may.
That's super cute. Oh, I like him. I do.
We are a team. Are we not?
They're just so sweet, you guys. Like, I'm gonna get a toothache because of them. I'm gonna have to get another freaking root canal. Because they're so cute and sweet. Huh?
My lord, have you finished?
Did he fall? Did he just have a... Oh no. Did he just have a heart attack? Is he dead? No!
Coral! You need not draw baths as often. Are you ready? Or shall I dress you first? I think better to dress me after. Yes. Good luck.
Oh, it's time to pretend that she just discovered him dead, huh? Cue the shriek! Yep.
My lady, I am coming in.
Best actress and best supporting actress in a feature film role.
Dignified, my lady, and then you can come and help.
You loved, and in your loving, you go to church to seek solace and connection. In you, Edmund lives on. I loathed,
And in my loathing, I fund a school to seek revenge and satisfaction. In me, Herman rots. Your heart is full. Mine starves. So when I called you fortunate, it is because you are fortunate.
Okay, but then this brings me back to my same question, which is, who did she love and lose? Because are they just gonna like forget that they wrote that speech for her in season 2? Who did she love? Who? I'm just like, who?
And the king, it happened so early. You were so young. If he had died, maybe you would have been hurt, grieved, but eventually you would have healed and moved on. You are still his queen. Forever frozen. Forever waiting. Your daughters could not leave you here, trapped in time.
Damn. And that's why you should be nicer to them. Be nicer to them.
Look that way, not at me.
Of course, Your Majesty.
No, why is she being mean to Brinsley now? She's obviously like covering up her grief and that's the thing, like her grief has nowhere to go, and she obviously has become like very hardened in her grief and mourning. Like I feel like a lot of what she's doing, like when she tells Brimsley to stop talking and turn away, like I know she cares for him the same way he cares for her, and she loves him, but she's like dismissing what he's saying and dismissing her girls and passing on this like generational misogyny. And it hurts to see, because she obviously has this grief and this perpetual feeling of loss that she can't express to people.
George?
Venus, my angel, I'm here! I'm here! I feel you, talk to me!
Farmer George.
It is Venus. Say hello.
No, I am Venus. Right here, I am Venus.
You're Venus.
Yes. And Venus is going inside. You need to come with me.
I thought you were in the sky.
I was in the sky, but now I am going inside. Into Buckingham House. Here.
I'm not really sure what to say. I originally believed that he had dementia, seeing him in the original show. Now I'm wondering if it's something else. I don't think the show is going to attempt to diagnose him, and I certainly don't plan to. There was something very powerful about her acknowledging what he was saying and not trying to dismiss it and not trying to, like, so-called bring him back to reality. And looking at, okay, I need to Google this man's name. Give me a minute. Reynolds. His name is Reynolds. Okay, the way that Reynolds looked at her interacting with George, that was something that particularly got me, that I was not expecting, because I'm pretty sure he's the only person in George's life who knows about this, or one of the few. I think the Queen also knows as well. And he's like the primary person who's been helping him, who's been supporting him. And he also has to keep all of this a secret. And the way that he looked at Charlotte, that got me. That really got me. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I'm thinking ahead to episode 4. I'm looking right now. Holding the King. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. I'm not.
Unlike my esteemed colleagues, my methods do not require bleeding the patient or stinging him with poisoned beetles or bruising his legs with tourniquets.
I cannot believe that's what they used to do. You basically torture someone to cure them of an illness. Fucking crazy.
Are we to believe this malady can be cured with one's voice?
It depends on the voice.
Is he proposing, like, talk therapy? Oh, no.
Listen, boy. You are the King of England.
I don't think that's
You
what's
have
going to calm him
thousands
down.
prepared to die.
That's not, no, because that's what got him, that's what gave him the panic attack.
His navy is at your command.
Bitch, you are making it worse. Shut up.
If your bride is missing, it is your responsibility to remedy that.
Probably for the best. I'm not ready, not right.
I have examined you thoroughly, and you are perfectly right.
Do I look perfectly right to you?
You are perfectly right.
Wait, but that's actually. Oh! What?
Wait, no. He's right.
Oh no! Oh no! No, because why was I about to say that that was really kind? That, like, that was, like, actually really moving to look at him, and instead of everyone else, including his own mother, who treat him like some kind of psychological science experiment, who hold him up to a light to try to figure out what's wrong with him and how to cure him, instead of all that, this guy just looked at him and said that you are perfectly right, you are perfectly made, there's nothing wrong with you. And I was about to be like, wow, that's really sweet, and then she just fucking assaults him? This is making me nervous because it's very textbook abusive. It's like, you are kind to someone and you draw them in and you reassure them, and then you immediately switch up and, like, slap him across the face? Like, what? No, this is not good. This is not, This is gonna get bad. This is gonna get really bad really quickly. I know this song. What is this song? Oh my god! I don't want to look it up because in my sick head, I'm just like, I want to guess it. Okay, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna try to avoid the spoilers. I think it should go in order. Wait, is it? Okay, yes! Oh my god, deja vu! Damn, 2 Beyonce songs, 2? Ooh, okay. I think that this spin-off may be winning for best soundtrack.
Does your Majesty not find the Queen attractive? I did not know a woman could be so beautiful. Perhaps is she dull? She is terrifyingly clever, that is the problem. If she were ugly, if she were dull, I might feel myself up to the task. Instead, her brilliance shows the troll I am.
No! Baby!
Will your Majesty not be returning to Buckingham House? I have done as they asked. I married. Now I shall leave her alone. Safe from me.
No, not this! Sweetie, there's nothing wrong with you. Damn it, now I feel bad for being so hard on him. I obviously knew that, like, he was gonna have some kind of explanation, and while it was unfair on Charlotte to be going through all that alone, feeling like he didn't love her or even like her, didn't want to be around her, left her alone, I do also feel bad for him. I do feel for him so much. The fact that he, like, probably feels so, like, disgusted by himself, like, everything that everyone says about him, he's obviously, like, internalized, which is why I don't like this fucking doctor. I feel like it's even more insidious because he's like pretending to be a friend, to be an ally, to actually help him and like boost him up and support him, and instead I feel like he's gonna do the worst. He's gonna hurt him the most, and I don't want to see it.
Doctor, thank you for coming.
No.
Of course, Your Majesty.
No, babe, you called for him? Babe, no, we don't like this man, we don't want this man.
Surely there must be something that you can do. Something to end the fits. Forever.
No. Reynolds, babe, we need to speak up. We need to speak up and speak out.
You have not learned to obey. We require solitude. You are dismissed.
What kind of Sweeney Todd ass shit?
You have never known the salubrious powers of Spartan habits.
He did this their whole honeymoon?
Your mind ranges
the whole time? Oh god, I can't.
If you cannot govern yourself, you're not fit to govern others. Don't give a damn who your father was, how many titles you have, or whether you are God's own representative on Earth. In here, you are just another animal in a cage. Just like an animal! I will break you!
No. Okay, it's about to get really bad. It's already bad. It's about to get really bad. I know that. Did he take the dog out of the cage and give it to Charlotte? Because that's her pom-pom. This show has me so fucked up. I really don't want to press play. Like, I really... No! I don't want... No! I'm not gonna cry. I really don't want to cry. I don't know what exactly George's diagnosis is. I don't think they've made that clear. I don't think that they will, but like, there are just like so many parallels to like even life right now, that people are told that they need to be cured, that there's something wrong with them, that they are not normal, that they don't deserve love and acceptance and respect, and like, and then you just like internalize those messages and you believe it, and like, that puts you in like the prime position to be taken advantage of, and that's what's happening, and it like makes me really upset, and I don't okay. No, the parallels of her looking out the window at him, and now he's doing it. That's so cute. They're so cute.
She's playing chess with herself. She is mad. I believe she is lonely, Your Majesty. Lonely.
You both are. So be together.
Your Majesty might provide the Queen a gesture. A gesture. Some token, some sign that she is not really alone. That you shall be with her soon. Something to be with her until I can be. Precisely.
And he's gonna go steal the dog! I love it! I love it! No. Wait, this is so sweet! No, the dog means so much more now. I feel like him shaving his neck is such like a fucking power play. Because he could so like easily cut his throat, like...
Your Majesty has been spending too much time in the observatory. I do not like the colour of Your Majesty's skin or the colour around his eyes.
You don't like that he's happy living his life? Right, because he's just like your little pet experiment, isn't he?
The Queen has received your gesture. Oh. And what did she think of it? She called it a deformed bunny. No ice bath.
Exactly. Yay! Go live your life, babe! Exactly, Reynolds. The stare down! Okay. I'm being very respectful. Because I can be disrespectful if I wanted to. But I won't be. Is he having auditory hallucinations? Aww. I love how much Reynolds and Brimsley like really care for George and Charlotte. It's something really, just really special. And I'm glad to see it. Ugh. Fire this bitch. Burn the chair. Burn the chair.
Not now, Doctor. I'm busy moving.
Exactly.
Moving to Buckingham House.
Without consulting me?
I'm sick of him. Like, really, 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 really. Like, his face makes my skin crawl. The heebie-jeebies. Ooh, he gives me them.
Oh, I am afraid our consultations may become rather less frequent. Alas.
But such a change could have disastrous consequences for your health.
You have disastrous consequences.
Doctor, I feel healthier than I have in years.
He just doesn't like that he's losing his power over him.
You and I, Doctor, have accomplished nothing. Anything accomplished for me has been the work of my bride. Her methods have done more for me than you and your chair.
And what are her methods? Love. That's it. Love and acceptance.
I have lived my entire life in terror of acting incorrectly because every incorrect action threatened the ruin of England. The terror nearly broke me. I have met a woman who is never terrified, who does as she pleases, breaks rules, courts scandal, and she is the most royal person I've ever known.
Oh, this... Oh my god, he ran into him and it triggered him, didn't he?
Monroe, what are you doing here? You will never treat me again. You are no longer my doctor.
Yes.
Oh.
You never were.
See?
You're not a doctor.
Nevertheless, I remain the Queen's.
The Queen's?
Yes, I'm preparing this poultice for her now.
But why would she need a doctor?
Well, because obviously she is with child.
Huh? What the fuck?
Congratulations, Your Majesty. A joyous day for England.
No, this is supposed to be happy. Why is he telling him? Oh my god, is he giving her something to harm the baby? Shit. He's gonna go back to that doctor, isn't he? Shit. She left?
Reynolds!
No!
Reynolds, the carriage!
The knives at Buckingham House used to be sharp enough. Then, one day, they were all dull. It happened to be the day the king joined me there. What I could not quite convince myself was a coincidence, though, was when the library set of Shakespeare was suddenly missing King Lear.
Forgive me, I am not a Shakespeare enthusiast.
The one about the mad king, because the king is mad and I live in a mad house.
You forget yourself, Charlotte.
All this time I thought I was the damaged one. That somehow I was deficient when he...
The king is not mad. If God grant you ever do bear an heir, then you may start to learn, and your first lesson will be this. You would do anything to stop the cracking. You would leave the rough edges of his nature for his bride to discover in due course.
Rough edges? He was talking to the sky!
Oh, fuck. Not this parallel. Not this! I don't want this parallel! I knew it. I didn't want it to be true, but I fucking knew it. Shit! He's gonna sit in the chair, isn't he?
Your Majesty.
Oh, fuck you, you little twerp!
Stroke me back.
Oh, he's gonna smirk, isn't he? You sick fuck! I really don't know what to say. That was just fucked from start to finish. Like, and what really breaks my heart, and there were so many things it did in this episode, but the fact that exactly what he feared would happen happened when Charlotte found out. And when she said that, oh, I thought that I was deficient, but it was him who was. Like, I think that made me so upset because he's not deficient. He's not deficient in anything. He's not wrong. He's not any of these things that people are saying. He's not cracking. He's not broken. Like, and it makes me so sad because it echoes so much of what we still think about people who have mental health issues, who are neurodivergent, that they don't fit, that they're not right. And it breaks my heart the most because you see the way he's internalized it. And that he believed he wasn't good enough for Charlotte. And I do feel bad for her because she was made to think that there's something wrong with her. You know, why isn't he producing heirs with you? What's going on? Why doesn't your husband want to sleep with you? I get that. She was made to feel like there's something wrong with her. But then to be like, oh, well, it turns out there's something wrong with him. Like, there's nothing wrong with either of them. This whole episode was just like one big mindfuck. And it hurt me a lot. And I was on the verge of tears many times. But I didn't cry. So maybe that's the one win that I'll take, is that I didn't publicly break down on the internet today. Who's to say that that will last, though? Because from what I've heard, the last 2 episodes are bad. And I was this close to crying today. So next time I might not be so lucky. I really don't know if I have any closing thoughts. I don't know. I feel like it almost didn't feel like a Bridgerton episode. Like, it was so heavy. And there was very little, if any, lightness. Like, I feel like a lot of times in the original show, and even so far in the spin-off, it balances, like, lighter storylines with, like, more heavier ones. But, like, this episode was just heavy and dark and upsetting the whole time, pretty much. So that is it for me today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Go ahead and let me know what you thought of these 2 episodes when you first watched them, and, you know, what you think about them upon further reflection. I don't know if my mind will change or if I'll think differently about episode 4 in particular after I've taken some time away from it. Also, please don't forget to keep the discussion to just these 2 episodes and the 2 that came before it. Please don't post any spoilers for episodes 5 and 6, as I have not yet watched them. If you guys want to find me or follow me anywhere else, all of those links will be down below. I love you all so very dearly. I hope that you're doing well. This episode was a lot. It was rough. I hope that you're taking care of yourself and your own mental health, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye!